on ASBS Sunrise FM 96.1, and this is a second discussion session. Spotlight this morning will be on agriculture intervention scheme by Enugu State government. Yes, earlier on we had a chat with the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture and Agro Production, Honorable Patrick Mwabeze Ubro, and the acting general manager. Is that what the Rasta have? Acting managing director, Enugu State Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Agency, as well as the program manager, ENADEC, Professor Bonna Onisi, to talk to us about some of the interventions of Enugu State government in agriculture. And now we have actual farmers, real farmers in the studio this morning to, to talk to us about these interventions of Enugu State government. Food security in Nigeria is a major issue with a significant portion of the population facing hunger and vulnerability. In fact, when the protest started, we heard that it was about hunger. Before bad governance, electricity tariff, removal of oil subsidy, and then the Chokuzinuka and intervention from Russia and other countries. Mana, basically, the protest was makana good. So now that we have you gentlemen in the studio, the President, Enugu State Young Farmers Association, and ENSYFA. I don't know if NSYFA, okay. Yes. Kenneth Eze, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, listener.
And we also have Chukwudi Louis Ane. I know that Chukwudi Louis Ane would prefer me to call him Louis, but that's not his name. Chukwudi Louis Ane is the coordinator, NSYFA, Kano West Chapter. NSYFA is the acronym for Enugu State Young Farmers Association. Glad to have you join us, Louis.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's start it already. My name is Ngozi Kamba. Choma is here.
My name is Chioma Agulana. You're welcome to the program.
Agodi, our farmers. Konodiro. Oh, I just want to make assurance doubly sure. No na ago. And let's start with you before we talk about the government. How is farming in Enugu generally? Your assessment, President.
Okay, farming in Enugu now has taken a leap. You know, it has accelerated greatly. It has gone over the board because I think, you know, the people, they are so much interested with the plans the governor has for agriculture within the Enugu. You know, during his campaign speech, he emphasized so much on agriculture, how he's going to grow the economy from $4.4 billion to $30 billion. So he said agriculture is one of the ways he's going to do that. So it's like that resonated with the people, you know, because farmers, agriculture is one thing we cannot do without. So we must farm, we must feed ourselves, we must go to the farm. We have been living with farming all this while. So when he said that, people started, you know, raising up. They started going to the farm, they started tilling the ground, they started getting more land. And as you can see, even the younger people now are getting into agriculture as it's no man's business. Everybody's coming in, even in our group, Enugu State Young Farmers Association, we were about 200. But immediately the governor came on board and they swore him in. We went from 200 to 900.
And these are actual farmers, because we will also get to that point. Yes. We asked the commissioner this question.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So the people did not get in because they are actual farmers.
Yes, you know, farming is something that I think farming is something that everybody wants to do, but they don't know how to go about it. So by the time you give them the necessary information that they need and make available lands, they will go and farm. Because you cannot, what is there to farm? It's not to plant something in the ground and water it. Sometimes the rain comes to water those things for me, and it grows. Everybody's a farmer. In as much as, what did they say? John Maxwell said, everybody's a leader. I believe everybody's a farmer because now we are coming to that stage where we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. We're not depending on anybody again for food. So we have known that this is our thing and we must do it. So young persons are out. Even with the introduction of sack farming, you know, NSYFA started sack farming. We said everybody can farm now. with a sack, maybe a cement bag with the right soil and the manure with the right crops, you can farm in your house. You don't need to go outside. Maybe you want to travel to the village to go and get an empty land. In your balcony, at your backyard, at your frontage, you can put your sacks there about 10. Even you can grow yam, potatoes, cucumber, pepper, tomatoes, curry, ugu, vegetables. You can grow them within sacks. So young people have embraced this modern approach to farming. So with the introduction of modern approach to farming this season, everybody wants to farm, including the younger ones.
And why are we still hungry if everybody?
Because we just started.
Oh,
We just
okay.
started. The massive influx of farmers started this period. Because over the years we have been dependent on the northerners for our food. Everything is being imported. Even toothpick is being imported. So now we are bracing up to the challenge to feed ourselves. We are saying no, we need to go to the land, to the farmland, and thank God that they have brought the cattle ranch management law that would make sure that farmer security is ensured. Yes, so we are going. There's no going back again. Thank you.
All right, please, I'd like to know, we keep talking about some of the interventions by the state government when it comes to agriculture. Now, can you tell us the one that stuck out for you mostly? And then you can also tell us some of the interventions you wish and hope that the state government will take a look at to make farmers, farm the way they should.
Yes, the one that stuck out for me was when they gave out the solar panel and the pumping machine. They gave those ones to us, and they gave it to individual cooperative associations. So what that means is that with the solar panel and the pumping machine, we can farm all round season. So we don't need to wait again for rainy season to go and farm. With the solar panel, we can farm during the dry season and during the wet season. So this is one thing that really, since I started farming and since I started doing something from my left, from my right, I've never seen such a thing in Enugu State. So I believe it's a good development. So now one of the things, again, your second question is what I think they should do.
Even
They
more.
should create more. They should make more lands available. Yes.
And now that you
it's
are
available.
talking about land, during the town hall meeting, I believe you were there with the governor or a representative from your organization, where I heard for the first time about land bank. Okay, and the commissioner confirmed it right here that there is something of sort, but you have to apply and follow the due process so that you do not get the land and use it for something else.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you not aware of this land bank?
Land bank to me is not a bank where they go and keep lands. What I think or feel that land bank is maybe a demarcation, a portion of land that has been made available. Maybe it's their intent, because I know that the Ministry of Agriculture right now is trying to bring. We have agricultural land banks. There are about 6 agricultural zones. There are 6 in Uzi, Ogu, and some other places. So now, this ministry is trying to now bring those things out of paper. Let it not be that you only have them on book and we don't have them on land. So now, those land banks now we are now trying to now know, okay, from here to this place, from this location to this location, we have this particular land mapped out already for agricultural purposes. So now, the question is, why are these lands not being used? Why are they not being occupied by farmers that want to farm? So I believe that is the meaning, the whole idea about these land banks. Is something that they are still trying to bring up. I don't think they have started. Is in the process. So when they get that up, farmers can actually go and take some portions of land to farm and cultivate and get their food. So right now, even the special agro-processing zone, the SPAC, that the governor has talked about during his campaign, that he said in each senatorial zone they are going to map that land. That is the idea of the land bank. So when they come to a particular locality, they can have the production stage, the processing, the marketing, and the distribution. It's going to be like a one-stop shop. When every farmer comes there to farm, you process, you package, and you sell. Even you have some people exporting. We are going to export our excesses, because you cannot export where you don't get so much to feed your own people. You can't talk about export. But I believe if everybody becomes a farmer, we are going to export, because that is how we can grow the economy and the naira.
All right, you pointed out, so this is
Choma,
for
before you
Kenneth.
come up with that question,
All
I'd
right,
like
go ahead.
to talk to Chokode
All
and
right.
who oversees the affairs of young farmers in Nkanu West. So Nkanu West is more rural than urban. How is farming in that area?
Actually, farming in Nkanu West is predominantly at subsistence level. There's only few people that came in from outside that are doing it at commercial level. And some few of them have even taken it up to export level.
By that you mean those who are not natives of
Yeah.
okay.
They come in, they established rice farms, mechanized substantially. They produce rice. That rice is not just only for the consumption of people in Nkanu West local government or in the immediate environment. It goes beyond the Enugu, other states, and even outside the country. That is where it is now. But what the state government has started in Enugu, that singular statement of moving the GDP from $4.4 billion to $30 billion, which everybody knows about, has really spurred a lot of people into action. People are now trying to be involved, trying to ask questions, trying to know how they can really come and join the train. Because state government is not joking. We should be grateful to His Excellency, the Governor of Enugu State, Barrister Dr. Peter Ndubuisi, for this initiative, for this vision, and we've all joined the vision. What did he's using a two-pronged attack system to attack the problem. Sufficiency of food production in Enugu, and again, increase in the income of small-scale farmers, using all this enablement, all this support he's giving us. Thank you.
All right, I wanted to ask you, Mr. Kenneth pointed out that so far he's aware of 900 farmers.
Yeah.
Yes, 900
Young
farmers.
farmers.
900 young farmers.
We have 900 persons on our platform, the social media platform. Then, what you have started now with the issue of this database capturing, where you go and use your GPS camera and capture yourself in your farmland. So once you use the GPS and capture yourself in your farmland, the GPS now gives you a coordinate, the longitude and the latitude code. So with that, we can just put it on our map. We can locate your farmland.
Where the person is.
So
whether you are
with
there.
that,
Okay,
Kenneth,
where the person is.
two persons cannot lay claim
Exactly.
to
To
a
one land.
particular
Exactly.
farmland.
And what it helps us to do now is that we can come to ascertain if that particular land is your land, and if what you have filled in the information is what you have there.
Now,
If
does
you
that
say-
solve the issue of incentives and government interventions
Exactly,
getting into
exactly.
the hands
Because
of actual farmers?
I always tell people that for us to know how much more we have done, we need to know where we are. So now, to know where we are, we need to know how many farmers, real actual farmers, are working and their capacity. So you feed your information and tell us you are cultivating 1 hectare, and you write it there, and we'll come and check it if it's actually 1 hectare. So whatever resources we are giving you is actually resources meant for the 1 hectare. So now we are not expecting something from the 1 hectare. But that is how we can check the food surplus and the food scarcity. So this is how we can drive away hunger from the state.
All right, Mr. Lee, I was going to ask, now this amazing platform that can do all of this, a lot of farmers would want to be part of it. Which way, what can they do to be part of it? Is there a place they have to come to? Is there a form they have to pay for? How do they become part of this platform?
Yeah, it's simple. When they know about it and they want to join, they will join the platform. There's a form, an online form they will fill from anywhere they are. The online form now automatically brings them to the comprehensive list of actual farmers in Enugu State, which is domiciled in the Enugu State Ministry of Agriculture and Agro-Industrialization.
So
This is-
whatever you're doing is in
Is
in
It's in
alliance.
We are not
Work
just
with
doing
the
it
Ministry
because
of Agriculture.
we are doing it in conjunction
with the ministry?
with the government. Do you understand?
Oh,
So
yeah.
once they do that, give us the GPS picture
The coordinates.
that will have their geo coordinates. We'll know exactly where they are and the size
Of
of
the
their
land.
farm. Yeah, do you understand? So this is what no other administration, this is what no other system has done to actually identify the real farmers. A lot of farmers are politicians. A lot of farmers are audio farmers, digital, academic. We want people that is aka aja aja na-ebute ọnụ mmanụ ndị jeje ka ọ dị ugbo aka ha adị aja aja so that alụọ na anwụ elie na ndụ.
Yes.
You understand? So that is where we are now, and that's what the present administration has done for farmers, and we are happy about that.
And only people in this group that you're talking about right now can be the real beneficiaries of government interventions.
Exactly. Anybody
So-
who is not captured in the database will not benefit.
So, for instance, if a person stays in a compound that has a really large land, yeah, and the landlord gives you an approval to go ahead and farm in that land, does it count if the person goes to the ministry?
Yes, once this question of who is a farmer always comes up. You know, if you are doing anything cultivation, if you are producing or you are processing or marketing any value chain, you're a farmer, right? So you just come to the ministry and you give them your details. They will ask you your name, your location, your phone number, your name, your identity, then your local government, where you are from, then the GPS coordinates will come in. So these are the things that ensures that, okay, yes, you are a registered farmer with the Ministry of Agriculture in Enugu State.
So farmers have to go to the Ministry of Agriculture and ask for a form. What's this?
Yes.
Does it have a name?
You just when you get
Data
there,
capturing
you
form.
tell them you want to fill the membership data capturing form. Then there's a lady there that is always standing by with her system that will enter your name immediately into the database. So it's not something that will give you a paper to fill. When you come there, she will ask you some things, then put it down. Then your GPS, it's even online. The website is there. You might not need to because we know the cost of transportation now. So wherever you are at your comfort zones, you can fill it online, do everything online, and send it to the ministry. It goes right to the database of the ministry.
Amazing.
Right, if you're just joining us, the conversation is on the Enugu State's government intervention on agriculture, and that is they are the means to ensure food security in Enugu State. You can join this conversation by calling us on phone to register your thoughts and bring in your comments on 0907 275 9950. 0907 275 9950, or you call us on 0706 815 8029. 0706 815 8029. Are you a farmer and you do not have access to these interventions, or do you have an opinion on how these interventions should go? Please call us, as we are still here talking with Kenneth Ezenchukwude, Louis Ane, who are members of Enugu State Young Farmers Association, on the government intervention. Earlier we had the team from the Ministry of Agriculture talk to us about what is being done and the future of agriculture in Enugu State. And so, because you are actual farmers, I'm going to ask you this. Are there actual concerns of farmers in Enugu State that are yet to be addressed by the state government?
Okay, for me, I think one of the concerns is the availability of lands. Yes, and they are aware that farmers are really concerned about the availability of lands, and I believe they are making plans, just like we discussed earlier, the land banks, and last time when we met, it was on Wednesday, on Tuesday, the local government coordinators of Enugu State Young Farmers met with the commissioner, where he said he has made a plea to the federal government of about 5,000 hectares of land, or 10,000 more, that they should get for farmers in Enugu. So we see farmers are really very, very key in making sure that we get this thing done. So that land is just the problem, because we believe incentives and subsidies and other things, inputs can come in, and they have been coming. There is no doubt. The Commissioner for Agriculture, Honorable Patrick Uburu, has been a very accountable person, very transparent and accommodating. So far, There's never been any issue of maybe an input did not get to the right persons that are supposed to get those things. No. I remember they shared rice seedlings to farmers at Adan. So when we called them to even come, some of them did not come. We even had to send us to go and visit them at Adan, even with the whole insecurities and all that. We went with security personnel to ensure that the rice farmers get those rice seedlings. So I think that is how far I believe the government has gone to ensure that these concerns are tackled.
And for you, Chukwudiane, what would it be other than land? The intervention that farmers would actually expect at this time from the state government?
That's the nationwide problem we're having. Herder farmer clashes, and the state government has taken it headlong to deal with it. They've taken a proactive action against it by collaborating now with National Security Civil Defense, NCSDC, the Civil Defense people. They've set up what we call agro rangers to now tackle any form of herders' misbehavior. And again, they are even in discussion with Mieti Allah. Look at your people are giving us problems. Mieti Allah is saying, not all our people are bad. So government is telling them, those that are bad, identify them, take care of them. Let us even separate them from the system. Do you understand? So that there will be peace. And you can even bring in some of your people to handle security issues with us, so that there will be peace. And again, the ranching law that the state government has just passed is another thing that is handling these insecurity issues in our farms. So this is just another concern, but I think government is up to the task of dealing with it, and they're actually dealing with it because it has reduced drastically now.
Okay, okay, go on.
Let me just say something to what he just said. You know, this cattle ranch management law now, I know some persons haven't really known in details what it entails.
Yes.
So what they are saying is that there is a time frame now where nobody can move around with the cattle. Even if you want to move around with your cattle, you have to move carrying them in trucks, trailers. You know, you don't carry them to walk around, and there are time frame for that with the trailers. And if they catch you, they catch an offender, you go for 2 years imprisonment or a fine of 200,000. Then if they catch you again the second time, you go 3 years imprisonment. If they catch you again the third time, you will start paying 20,000 for each cow.
Oh,
Yeah.
So now you see, with this kind of law now, I believe this issue of the farmers and that clash is tackled. There are other things, and they even created ways where corporate entities can come and partner with this agency. So it's not going to be as business as usual, you know, or we or one the government, they know what they're doing. So, but they're calling out, the section of that law has it, that they are, I think it's number 6 or number 4, that says that they are calling out for corporate entities to partner with them. If you know you have what it takes, and we are going to partner with them because we have local government coordinators in the 17 local governments, and we also have ward coordinators in 170 wards. So we believe to make sure that this crisis that always occur with the farmers and herders is being solved. So I believe, I'm even calling on farmers now. Farmers, if you know you have the capacity, you're a real farmer, you can come, because there's nobody that can protect us more than we can protect ourselves. So this is we farmers, come out and partner with them to ensure that this thing is solved. So that is just what I want to achieve.
I believe there are other organizations that are also galvanizing farmers, all right? Because by Thursday, about 3,000 farmers will be gathering at the Agora Square. Yes, at the Agora Square.
Yes.
I want to believe your members are well represented.
Yes, my members are there, but you know, they are doing it according to, if you receive a text message, you'll be among those that they will be giving the input. So, but that doesn't mean that if you don't receive a text message, you will not be there. Because the text message is gotten from those that have registered with the ministry. If you registered on time with them, you will be amongst the first persons that will receive the input. And I know that this is just the first stage. They are still going to have the phase 2 of this thing. So whoever doesn't receive a text message right now should not worry. The phase two will still come, and I believe we are all going to receive a text message.
And Kenneth, you're saying authoritatively that these are actual farmers.
Yes, the
To
actual
the best
farmers.
of your knowledge.
The actual farmers. Because the thing is, now, with the way this thing has taken shape, if they give you anything now, maybe they implement the fertilizers, the tractors, the all these things, they are going to go and monitor to know if actually you have those things in good usage. So they will give you a time frame, let's say 2 to 3 months, and they'll come and see your farm. Now, I believe I've spoken, the commissioner has said something about extension workers, which I'm still hoping that they're going to implement. With the extension workers on ground, these are the jobs of the extension workers to ensure that these farmers are actually working with those implements. So we don't just want you to go and keep them or use it to misappropriation of items, not in funds. So they can give somebody a solar panel instead of using it to draw water from the ground, using it to draw light into his house. So these are the things we are checkmating to ensure that actually whatever you are being given to use, you use it the same way it is. If you cannot use it, return it. There are several persons that want to use that thing to ensure that there is food in the land.
Thank you very much, Kenneth Ane.
Thank you.
President Enugu State Young Farmers Association, NCFA. They are not joking. They've been doing a lot. And if you care to join what they are doing and start off whichever level you would think that your funds and your time can permit you, you can call them to at least get into sack farming on 0803 496 1809. 0803 496 1809. Kenneth, before you leave, this intervention that will happen tomorrow by Enugu State government, where 3,000 farmers were already selected from the database, is this the first kind of intervention that the government is giving since this dispensation?
No, this is not the first kind of intervention.
There were others.
There were others.
Okay.
But this is just the one that's very big and massive with these numbers.
Given the number of
3,000,
persons
yes,
involved and the
exactly.
incentives involved.
Yes.
All right, Chukwudi Luweane is also here. He's the coordinator, Enugu State Young Farmers Association in Kano West. Thank you for coming, sir.
Thank you for having me.
All right, then, now it's already 11 o'clock. Thank you for joining us, and we're signing off on our breakfast show this morning. Good Morning Coal City returns tomorrow on our special edition tomorrow from 6 a.m. up until 11 a.m. My name is Ngozeka Mba. Now living the same for Enugu State Ufobi.
My name is Chioma Agolana. Of course, you get my voice at 12.